Okay, this is the Mercury retrogration report, not ingression report, like the link in the show notes, if I remember to put it there. On the 26th, yesterday, Mercury entered its pre-shadow phase at 26 degrees Taurus, and that is in the tropical charts, the Western charts. There's something that's being worked out now. There's, I wouldn't say an accounting, but there's a plan, there's a strategy being worked on or worked out, and it's some kind of ground to hold some type of position to hold Seven of Wands. On the 3rd of June, on the 10th of May, Mercury goes into retrograde, and it leaves retrograde on the 3rd of June, and the shadow period ends on the 18th. So the bottom line will be the post-shadow, the upper line will be the pre-shadow, and the middle line will be the actual retrograde. And the retrograde spans from the 10th of March to the 3rd of June. But we entered into the shadow phase yesterday for the pre-shadow. Okay, now the Eight of Pentacles. We're working on some kind of plan. Something's being worked out. So Seven of Wands. There's some kind of position to hold. Something needs to be defended against, and it's the vision. King of Wands, manifesting from the vision, the drives, desires, passions, motivations. It can be an aggressor, a competitor, a nemesis. There's reversals and transitions, juggling, working things out, aligning things, participating, remaining present, negotiating, navigating. Two of Pentacles. Something's being worked out here. Something's being figured out. Something's being shifted. I'm just hearing there's reversals and transitions. King of Pentacles means yielding. Investments are yielding. Investments are paying off. Whatever the seeds planted with that Eight of Pentacles, whatever the work was, it's manifesting. The gate is opening up. The path is expanding according to drive, desires, passions, motivations. With this Knight of Wands, it can be somebody coming back in, or spiritual assistance for growth, expansion, literally. It can be spirit, karma, life, destiny, expanding according to drive, desires, passions, motivations. Erecting some kind of foundation with this 10 of Wands. Normally that's difficulties, challenges, it's hard work, that's for sure, but this is what's in alignment even with L. 11th harmonic. It's fully in alignment. Things are becoming fruitful according to natural laws, the laws of nature. There's transition, so there will be a need to harvest. If the seeds that were planted, seeds that were sown are paying off, it's going to be harvest time soon. Something is latent, meaning hidden, not quite manifest. There can be a lot of intuition, but I'm hearing fertility and abundance here with this King of Pentacles. And it's true. The Moon card, then the Sun card, harvest time is going to be soon. It's going to be a clear transition to the next phase. 10 of Swords. 6 of Swords, moving on, being guided through, transitioning through. 6 of Cups, that's a choice. Being in a good position, choice, being happy. 5 of Cups. Detox. A change in emotion, change in perspective. 8 of Cups. A maturation, token of affection. Page of Cups. A choice. 3 of Swords. That can be a difficult expression, confession of love. That could be an embarrassing or vulnerable conversation. 3 of Swords. because something needs to be orchestrated. It might need to be an actual conversation. That a magician entering a new phase, wrapping something up, closing something up, finally manifesting, finally delivering, finally collaborating on something. It would be a difficult collaboration. Heartache, heartbreaking, nervous, anxiety. I'm getting the nerves. Hangman, seeing things from a different perspective with the King of Pentacles, it would talk about needing to see things in a different perspective, needing to see both sides of things. Something taking a long time to mature, it finally growing, finally maturing, finally paying off. Needing to surrender. Wait for something to pay off, wait for something to manifest. I was hearing maybe take a risk of some kind. It's deeply insightful, it's well researched, it's well advised. With the Hermit, there's a lot of emotion around it, overwhelming, but it was the right choice. So during the retrograde, there's some kind of boundary setting. There's a lot of people trying to exercise leverage, or they have the power to put us out in the cold, leave us behind. We know what we're worthy of, we know what we're deserving of, and it's commitments of love. Steady commitments of love. This is the steady giving of love. Okay. Compassion. Authenticity, genuineness, sincerity, authentic self, true nature here. This is the prize. This is the position we want to be in with the King of Cups, not no Six of Wands, not no so this is we only want ripened fruit. We don't want to be messing with anything that's not it's not practical. We only want real commitments. And then after, in the shadow period after the retrograde, something's gonna really have ripened. Whatever seeds were planted are paying off. The harvest yielded greatly. Our heart's desires, our wish was granted. However, that our wish fulfilled. You know, whatever we were praying for, we got answered prayer, and that's a blessing. Cup running over. This seems like love. Love might be here. This might be working out all the blockages to love. I think it might be changing around, shifting around. This Mercury season might be Mercury retrogration event might be shifting around the contracts and agreements in love situations. Two of Cups, a bond, unity, union coming to the table, sitting, sharing a booth. Nine of Cups, contentment, fulfillment, bliss, happiness. Contemplation with this Four of Swords, Page of Rods, offers from people that are passionate. It can be from a distance. It can be adversarial news or news that will expand, or an invitation to play. If it's news about its expansion, it's from feelers that have been put out. Otherwise, it would be from an adversary. Four of Wands is platform. somebody wanting to compete, competitors coming forward. A lot of different energy, a lot of different play, a lot of different sport, a lot of different passion and exchange. Yeah, this other person has the conflict and drama. This person down here, they still have conflict and drama. They might be a little bit of a hater, or they're just really hot and are really charismatic, very attractive, and it causes a lot of attention. We need to be secure in the self, 9 of Pentacles, because a lot's going to come through. Page of Swords. They wait a while to say things. They get confused or pinned down often and easily. This Mercury retrograde, pre-retrograde, we're going to be finding specialized knowledge, clarity, and insight about manifestation of a cycle. We've been erecting excuse me, something up in the background, and that's our philosophy on the divine love, soulmates in general. We're finally having some ripened fruits when it comes to soulmate or the soul group, and most of us will still remain single, but it's secure in the self-content because we will have moved around into the right group, but we'll also have needed to release other groups that we don't necessarily belong to. After the retrograde, we're going to be working out a lot of this unbinding. We've been bound, stuck in place, conflicted, mentally conflicted about some relationships or commitments that we've made, especially with adversarial, oppositional energy, people who are a little bit aggressive, more than assertive. We were in bonds, in unions, and we're beginning to be unbinded by that. It'll happen January 3rd through 18th. Okay, excuse me, June 3rd through 18th, that's when these unbindings will happen. But between the 10th of May and the 3rd of June, we're going to be having new beginnings in soulmate unions. We'll be getting wish fulfillment. So if we're wanting to be alone and feel safe being alone, that'll happen. If we're wanting to be in union, what wish fulfillment, that'll happen. And then before, in the pre-shadow, the 26th of April through the 10th of May, we'll be taking an inventory or coming to clarity with what we've been anxious about, what we've been overwhelmed about. There'll be some kind of deep insight about the manifestation of a cycle that we want to have, or about the work that goes into erecting a foundation of some kind, which would be a spiritual life. Okay. It's been an honor and pleasure to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the privilege to do so. If anything that was said resonates deeply with you, go ahead and check the resources in the show notes. Bye-bye. Take good care.